ever done any drugs? What would your reaction be if you found out I was lesbian? Where was I conceived? What do you think about dating and having a boyfriend or a girlfriend? What would you do if I come home really drunk? Hey guys, it's Kritika. Welcome back to my channel. It's Father's Day, and so in today's video I have my dad with me.
Hi.
He's been on my channel before. We've done 2 Q&A videos and he's also been in a lot of my vlogs, so I'm sure all of you know him already. But today we're going to be doing a very interesting video. There's this trend going on YouTube where YouTubers ask their parents questions you're too afraid to ask. So it's going to be a lot of juicy, scandalous questions, and my dad doesn't even know what questions they are, so this is going to be interesting. I haven't seen too many YouTubers do this in India yet. One of my friends, Mridul, did this video with her dad and it was a lot of fun, so I'll leave a link to her video in the description. Do check it out. But anyway, let's get started. Are you excited?
Sort of, yes.
Are you nervous? I'm nervous because these questions are not things I've discussed, even though my dad is very chill. Yeah, I don't think we've discussed a lot of these questions, so I'm a little nervous. Let's start off by just introducing yourself. Do you want to tell them your name, what you do?
Yeah, I'm Sharad and I'm Kiki's dad. So, I'm a businessman. I live in Vellore.
Which is where we are right now.
Yes.
So, okay, I'm going to start with an easy question, just to ease you in.
Sure.
Who is your favorite kid? This is the easy question.
If this is easy, I don't know what the other questions are going to be like. I really don't know. Sometimes you are favorite and sometimes Vikram is favorite.
What are those times? When are those times when I'm favorite and when is Vikram favorite?
As of now, you are more mature and you are more intelligent, intellectual. So, if I would like to discuss something intelligent or intellectual, I would prefer you to be by my side. Otherwise, Vikram, he's the the chota small guy for your family, so he always remains small. So घर का लाडला, you can say.
True. Okay, good answer. So the next few questions are about dating. What do you think about dating and having a boyfriend or a girlfriend?
Dating has become normal nowadays, so I find myself being outdated if I say, no, you shouldn't date, you shouldn't have a boyfriend or girlfriend. But yes, having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, it's not a big deal as long as you know your limits and stay within your limits. It's fine.
And what do you think is the right age to start dating, or is there a right age to start dating?
I guess 21, 22 is the right age for that. Till 2021, we were still a bacha in our generation, but nowadays even a 16...
But in your generation, 2021 mein shaadi bhi ho jati thi.
Yes. But nowadays, kids, 16, 17, they start dating.
Even younger, I think.
So that as a, old school father, I somehow don't approve of it.
Yeah, like I had a boyfriend when I was around that age, and I remember my dad giving me a lecture about it. But yeah, I don't think you stopped me from doing it even then.
Yeah, dads are dads. They have their own duty to do. So I just did what a dad is supposed to do.
How do you tell your parents about your boyfriend or girlfriend? Because I don't know, like a lot of people don't know how to talk to their parents about this. So how do you think a kid should tell their parents about their boyfriend or girlfriend?
Papa, I have a boyfriend. As simple as that. Why make it complicated? I just want to inform you that I've got a boyfriend. I feel that parents should also accept those things and allow their children to speak out their mind. If the parents, if they behave strict, then it's not that the child will stop having the boyfriend. They will still continue to have them without the knowledge of the parents. So it's as well better that the parents they come down a bit and accept things.
Yeah, that's very true, because I know a lot of people who don't tell their parents that they're dating, but they're obviously dating. So I think if parents are more open to these kind of conversations, the kid will also talk to the parents. So I think for me, I've spoken to my parents about like all my boyfriends and if I've been on like dates and stuff. At least with mom, not my dad. Have you ever dated, and how old were you when you had your first girlfriend? This I'd never asked my dad, by the way, before, so I don't know. But I feel like he has had a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'll be lying if I said that I didn't date or I didn't have a girlfriend. Yes, I had one. It was in college. Those are those fun-loving days. So I did have one. I did date a girl, but what to say? There was a communication gap, and things didn't proceed further. So that's it.
But how old were you when you had your first girlfriend?
I must have been 18, 19.
So आपकी केवल 21, but खुद आप भी तो 18.
That I was.
Your 18 is today's generation's 13, 14.
No, I'm not saying you shouldn't have it, but that is quite childish and it will not work out. If you only when you say become 22, 23 or 24, then
you have that maturity.
Yeah, you have the maturity to handle it properly.
This next question, I don't know if you will know the answer to, but where was I conceived?
Where were you conceived? I must have not known.
Mummy has told us the answer, which I don't know if she also knows the right answer. So I want to see if your answers match.
It happened so many times, I cannot pinpoint that it happened during this particular time.
But you know which place it was? Because according to Mom, it's a
Vikram,
place.
I know, it was in Maldives. Yes, I know that. But yours, I do not know.
Okay, cool. Okay, how would you react if I told you I was depressed?
The first thing is, I will naturally feel sad. So, I came to know of your depression during college days much later through your friends. Nice of them that they called your mom and informed them.
Yeah, actually, this is something I didn't
even
even know happened. My friends actually called my mom and informed them, and I found out like 4-5 years later. So, I didn't even know that my parents knew or my friends knew because I didn't really talk to anyone about it. But yeah, go on.
So, all parents will feel sad, of course, when they find that their child is depressed. And the best thing is to open up the communication channels, be open, freely talk to your child and allow the child to take out all what is there in her mind. That is the way to work along.
Yeah, and I think also to suggest therapy maybe because sometimes...
Yeah, if you find that a child is more depressed, which the normal parents, they cannot handle, then I guess one should seek psychiatric therapy. Yes.
Have you ever done any drugs?
No, I haven't. I haven't tried any drugs. It's not that I should be a good boy and I shouldn't try any drugs. For that matter, I don't drink, I don't smoke, so I don't have any good habits, so to say.
You don't have any good habits or bad habits?
That good comes with quotes.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not that, I should be a good boy and I should not drink or I should not smoke or I should not try drugs. Drinking, of course, while in college I did try. I have tried beer, I have tried whiskey. So no one really likes the beer or the whiskey when they have it for the first time. So slowly, due to peer pressure or other things, they sort of develop a taste for that. They have it continuously for a few days and then they develop a taste for it. So when I didn't like it in the first place, I didn't think it wise to, why to have it forcefully and develop a taste for it. So that way I haven't gone into drinking. And drugs again, with regard to drugs, all I have to say is, people have drugs because it gives a so-called kick. So there are much better, if you want to have a kick, there are much better ways to have a kick. You can have a good jog or you can have a good game of basketball or badminton. So I feel the kick which you get through serious exercise or some passionate indulgence in what you like. So that is a better way of having kick rather than to indulge in drugs.
What would you do if I come home really drunk?
What can I do? Tell me. Yeah, once you enter home and I find you drunk, there's no point in shouting at you at that point. Maybe the next day I will call you and just discuss things with you that, what is this? And again, I'm not telling you that you should not drink or you should not smoke. You guys are big enough. Vikram is 22, 23 or 27.
Vikram is 21, I think.
He's 21. The people are grown enough, mature enough to take your own call. So all I would say is it should not become an addiction. As long as you're having it in limits, The society nowadays is such that you have to socially drink. Yeah. So to that extent, if you are having it once in a while, it's fine, but it should not lead you to addiction. So my policy is there is a saying in Tamil, "Kalavum Katru Mara." So which loosely translate to you should experience all the vices once and then leave it.
So try everything.
And but keep it within limits, or don't indulge in it.
Have you ever seen me drunk?
I haven't. I've seen photos and videos of you drinking with your college friends.
I've had drinks when being around you also.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, in Iceland we went on a pub crawl.
Yeah.
Even you had drinks.
Yeah. I forgot that.
Even in Vegas we had. In our limo tour, we had like champagne and stuff.
Yes. Drinking is different, being drunk is different. So I haven't seen you drunk as such, but yes, I have seen you drink.
What do you think is the right age to get married, or is there a right age to get married according to you?
I really don't know. As a typical father, I would have said that you should have already been married. But that is not to force you to get married if you're not willing so. Nowadays, people are taking their own sweet time to get married.
Yeah, I think this is a whole different time compared to your generation.
So
is there a right age according to you?
I'm not an expert in that. So as a father, I would feel that it's high time you got married. But if you want to postpone it by a year or two, you're free to do it.
A year or two, it's going to be longer, I think. What did you think of me doing YouTube full time? Like, I know you were, to me, very supportive, but what were you thinking in your head?
As I've told earlier, I would have liked to see you being an economist or a financial analyst. So, yes, when you told me that you're not interested in pursuing either and you'd like to try YouTube, yes, definitely it came as a shock. But when I was a kid, I had overheard an old uncle talking to my dad. आदमी किसी के सामने नहीं झुकता है, लेकिन सिर्फ अपने औलाद के सामने झुकता है. So I hadn't understood the meaning of that at that point of time. But maybe when you said that you want to pursue YouTubing, and when Vikram said that he wanted to pursue music, that saying it hit my head at that time, and maybe I understood that there are things when you should take things as they come rather than forcing what you want to do. You guys have, helped me change a lot, and you've changed the way I think.
And now I think it's good also.
It's
like
good, yeah. You're doing good. You're liking it.
Yeah,
you're liking it. So the most important thing in life is you do what you like. As long as you're liking your job, it's absolutely fine.
What are your thoughts on live-in relationships?
Why have you asked this question? I mean, depending upon how I answer it, you will.
No, but I've told you also that I would ideally like to be in a live-in before I marry someone, because that's when I feel you really get to know someone. And
there are two schools of thought. One is the old, you can call it old or Indian thought, and the other one is the new or the Western thought. So I belong to the old school thought, wherein the parents search for the man for their daughters.
But that too, you said you're okay with me finding.
No, that is the old school of thought. But of course, you have your own pros and cons in either of them. The new school of thought says that I should have a live-in relationship. I should first see how the man or woman that I'm going to marry is going to be. But despite that, there are so many divorce cases in Western countries. So whether it is the old school or the new school, ultimate thing is what you bring into the relationship that matters. So when your mindset is such that when you look at what you're getting from that relationship as to how your spouse is going to love you or what your spouse is going to give you, if you're in that receiving mode, then that relationship will not work. So what matters is what you are going to give in or bring into that relationship. If you work on that, you'll be fine.
Okay, but that divorce rate point, I feel that in India, a lot of women are actually dependent on the husband, so that's why they don't divorce. So I don't think that is a good point. But I like the advice you gave. But what if I told you I was going to be in a live-in relationship? how would you react?
What can I do? Tell me. A typical Indian father, like they show in Indian movies, give two big slaps and and drag you inside your bedroom and lock you in there. Do you want me to do that?
No, I don't know. I'm asking what would you do?
There's nothing that I can do. Aadmi औलाद के सामने झुकता है. So you're old enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Once you reach a certain age, I think now I'm mature enough to decide. So you should be okay with it, I think. What is the best and the worst thing about being a parent?
The best of being a parent is, from the day the child is born, the bundle of joy is born, you see the child, you nurture the child. It's a good, joyful experience. Of course, the most of the work mom had to do. The enjoying part I did. Bringing up your child is, in fact, now I look back, you people have really grown up too fast. It looks like just the other day when Vikram was a kid and he used to dance in front of me, and you also used to recite the poems they taught in school. Starlight, starbright. You used to recite that poem to me, so you guys have really grown up fast. Bringing up children, it's a good thing.
That's the good part. What is the worst thing about being a parent?
Worst thing about being a parent is, you have a bad quality in you and you find that same quality in your child. Like if you are lazy and if you find your child is also lazy, then you ideally cannot blame your child because the gene is not
Yeah, that's me with sleeping. Like my dad sleeps so much and all my sleeping habits come from my dad. Although he wakes up on time and stuff because he has to. But even if I have to, I can wake up. Just that I don't have to now, so I don't.
So that's the bad part.
What would your reaction be if you found out I was lesbian or Vikram was gay?
No, don't tell me. ये भी देखना है क्या?
No, that is also I think.
I am an old school guy, so yes, it will definitely be shocking to me, and maybe initially I will not accept it. So I'll talk to you. I'll try to talk it out, maybe once or twice or thrice. But when I find that you're sticking to what you are, there's nothing much that I can do. I have to accept it.
Yeah, but that's also not something you can talk someone out of. Like they are actually born that way.
As parents, you are sort of obliged to say the other side of it also.
Yeah, I mean, I understand parents' perspective, and also your generation grew up differently. I think our generation is more open to homosexuality and stuff being normal. So, yeah, I understand. Okay, the last question, we've reached the end. What is the toughest lesson you have learned in life?
Well, I'm grateful to God, I'm grateful to life that it hasn't been that much tough on me. Although, yes, I've had to learn a few lessons in life. I don't know, what should I say? Accept things as they come. I think that is the one big lesson I've learned in life. If there is something that you can change, then you work on it. And if there is something that you cannot change, then you better accept it. The problem arises when you try to change things which cannot be changed in the first place. So accept things, accept what life throws. That makes living life easier.
Yeah, I think something similar that you've given me advice on is that don't get stressed about things you can't change. So try to play on your strengths and control those rather than worrying about your weaknesses which you can't really do anything about. So that's some good advice. So thank you so much. That's all for this video. I had a good time. I was a little nervous, but I think this turned out well. And yeah, what was your experience?
Yeah, even I was nervous initially, and because such conversations we haven't had earlier. So in a way, it's nice that you have asked certain delicate questions, and I was able to answer that. And things are better than what it was before. Is what I feel.
Yeah, me too. I think it's important to have like these kind of conversations with your parents. So I'm glad because of this video it happened. Also, I thought this was a lot of fun, and I thought it might be a good idea to do this video with my mom. So I'm going to try to film the video the same day today. My mom doesn't know these questions, and I wanted her to answer without like listening to my dad's responses so that we can compare and see how they feel about the same question. So I'll put up that video soon as well. So if you like this video, give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, press the bell button, and thank you, Papa. Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.